How does fear and anxiety keep you from dealing with unavoidable situations and emotions? These tips will help you overcome a paralyzing pattern of behavior. It is human nature to avoid emotions that scare us. Who wants to walk directly into what promises to be a painful experience? Except that by continually avoiding looking at the boogeyman within, you become hostage to the monster. Typically, this involves hiding from any potential stressor that might cause or upset and engage in an endless distraction. Alas, you are also hiding from potential challenges that you can lead to growth and to joy. Plus, you can't hide forever from fear. It's going to strike despite your best efforts to suppress it, and it is likely that it will strike at a time when you most need emotional equanimity. The good news is that once you face your fear and give the boogeyman air, rather than shove it into a distant compartment of your brain, it begins losing the ability to rule and dictate all of your decisions. Here are our top tips to work through fear and to live your best life moving forward through your journey through fatherhood. If you are experiencing overwhelming fear or anxiety, especially a phobia, please consider working with a therapist if none of these tips help you in your journey. Additionally, here are the suggestions that have helped many of the Fit Dad clients work through being hostage in their own fears. First of all, allow yourself to sit with your fear for 2 to 3 minutes at a time. Breathe with it and say, it's okay. It feels lousy, but emotions are like the ocean. The waves ebb and flow. Have something nurturing planned immediately after your 2 to 3 minute sitting period is completed. Call the good friend, the mate, the work, the family member, whoever it may be waiting to hear from you. Immerse yourself in an activity that you know is enjoyable and engrossing. Write down the things that you are grateful for. Look at the list when you feel you're in a bad place and continue to add to that list of gratification. Remind yourself that your anxiety is a storehouse of wisdom. Write a letter. Dear anxiety, I am no longer intimidated by you. What can you teach me? Exercise. Exercise can refocus you. Your mind can only focus on one thing at a time. Whether you go on a short walk, head to the local boxing gym, or you go for an all-out sweat session on one of the 15-minute Fit Dad workout videos at home. Exercise is amazingly good for you, and it will help ground you and help you feel more capable moving forward. Use humor to deflate your worst fears. For instance, what are some ridiculous worst-case scenarios that may happen? Tell yourself the most ridiculous things that may happen in that scenario and have the humor in it to appreciate your courage and move forward. Every time you don't allow fear to keep you from doing something that scares you, you are making yourself mentally stronger and less likely to let that next fear attack stop you. Perhaps the most important coping tool is to be kind to yourself. What advice would you give to a best friend about that same situation, about that same negative inner voice that is in your ear? Would you tell them not to be afraid? Not to try anything new? Do as you would advise others. Don't listen to the negativity. Be your own best friend. I hope some of these tips and mechanisms will help you realize that you don't have to live with fear. You have currently, as it is right now, survived every worst case scenario in your life to this very point in time. Some of this would have been the most fearful things you would ever have thought was possible, but here you are listening to me speak right now. Have comfort in your ability to face your fears and continue to move forward in your life and to continue to be that example for your children and to live a less fearful life and continue to chase your goals fear-free. Have an amazing day. I hope this module will help you combat some of that fear and anxiety and continue to move forward. Have a great day. We'll speak to you soon.